Yeah, everyone, I'm going out and spoiling myself again. Well, sort of. There's a bit of a story to it. In here is my new 180 litre maize compost tumbler and trolley. The reason I've got it is if I bought two things from Maize when I bought my greenhouse, they gave a 15% discount. So to get the 15% discount, I had to spend another couple $100. But the 15% discount was way, way more than what this cost me. So good value. But these are meant to be the best compost tumblers you can buy in Australia. We shall find out. So let's open her up and see what it's like. Came in two boxes, one heavy, one not. And here's our instruction book. So let's go to page 1. Lots of bits and pieces in here. It's the parts of our bin. These seem to be made of quite solid, yet flexible, a little bit flexible. PVC, poly, yeah, probably PVC, I don't know. Well, we'll get them out. A metal bar. This looks like our doors. Yes, our doors. And we've got a plus and minus on them. So add here, don't add here. And that is, again, much, much nicer than the both Aldi and I'm not quite sure where I got the other, Bunnings, I think. But yeah, looks a lot more solid, a lot better built, and much bigger doors, which is very handy when we're trying to empty it. A couple of braces, which we'll put up there. Side brace. A side brace. I assume that's going to be our legs. And its frame. And these look like nicely powder coated steel. They're numbered, all push button together. So that should be nice and easy to put together, but very solid. And the coating looks to be quite damage resistant. There's a few little scratches on there from shipping. Nothing much to worry about, but they look pretty good as well. And this is one of the key things to it. This is the side. And the side has a ratchet so that we have a handle to turn to spin it round. So let's drop our sides down there. Bits of our ratchet. A whole bunch of nuts and bolts and spanners and Allen keys. Our other side. And this will be the divider between the two parts. Again, reasonably flexible. It's quite solid. The marking says PP, but I don't know whether polypropylene or... Anyway, doesn't really matter. UV stable, they tell us. Our cardboard box will go out into the compost. And this one was the bonus thing that came with it. Lots of bonuses. Let's open it up and see what it is. I know what it is. Actually, two things. A lovely maize compost bin for the kitchen. So we can put that in the kitchen. Nice clips. It even comes with a heap of bags. So that's nice. Okay, this is wheels and fasteners for what's coming up. I'll pull it out. And it's just a lovely, large composting cart. This fits under the composting bin and we can just wheel it out. So that means I really want to have it somewhere on a flat surface. So I might actually pop it over in that back corner. I think what we'll do, that'll go into composting as well. We might put this together first. Start easy and work our way up. Keeping all the parts separate, we've got screws and nuts and bolts and things. 2 wheels. These again, they are more solid than you'd expect from a lot of things. You can see the walls are quite thick. But yes, it looks good. So let's get our instructions out. Instructions are fairly straightforward. Take 4. You think they're doing this in Chinese? It's got here, step 1, take THW axle. I think that's meant to be the axle. CA. So we're looking for part CA, which I assume is that. Yes. So we've got our axle, which is part CA. We need to put our tiny little split pin through there, which is quite disappointing. You'd expect something a little bit larger. If you see there, it's tiny. It may do the job though. We'll slide our washer over the top, put our wheel on, and now we'll put it through our base here. Hold that up. Get our wheel. Pop our wheel on. Washer. And now we need our split pin, which I should have got out first. A wee little split pin. Sorry about the really bad Scottish accent, Lady My Slice. Yours is much better. And drop our screws everywhere. All right, so let's lift that up. A little bit awkward, not impossibly so, he says as he struggles. And struggles again. There we go. We now have our wheels on. So there it is assembled, same both sides, axle through, and we've got wheels. Insert the assemble handle into the tub, secure the 4 long bolts I with washers J. So that's our smaller washer, bolts I, which are the longer of the 2. Okay, so what's the difference between these? Be very careful. There's only a very slight difference between the 2, as we can see there, and we need the longer ones. So there's our short ones. So this is the handle, and this just clicks into place. This will use the short ones, I guess. We might do that first. Yeah, let's put these ones in first. Look for the hole. Where's our little wing nuts? I know you can't see, but I will show you. Does that have a washer? Yes, it's a little washer. And this is a little tricky. If you have the opportunity of someone giving you a hand, I would recommend it. because I just don't have enough hands to do this easily. But certainly not impossible. But it would have been much easier if I had someone to just hold that handle in place while I do these bits. Right, we're still going to have to tighten those up because we might need to adjust them a little. Let's go around and we'll try and do it so you can see it. So we put our screw here in through the back. Let's try and line the hole up because we can see through there. Where's that hole? Up there. All right, I can see the holes. Try the bottom one first. There we go. There's our bottom one. Let's get our little wing nut. Put our washer on. Our wing nut. Like so. Washer and wing nut. There we go, fairly straightforward for the second one. There we go. That's our little trolley, which will fit underneath our compost bin. Right, these are the panels, they're all the same. Screw side on the left, hose connect like so. Now I suppose we will need to get the screws. All right, we're putting these screws through. Just do them up loosely to start with. Right, and just so you know, there's two packets of many nuts and bolts. These are the ones here. So putting back together, make sure we're going through the right place. And just tighten them up a little bit. Now that we've got those couple in place, we can stand it up, check that we put them through correctly, which we have, and put our third one in. Don't forget to put your divider in. Which way does he go? Flat side towards us. Right. Let's bring that around. It has a flat side here. There's a flat side here which goes towards our door. And we've got to slot that into the grooves all the way around, which looks like it might be a bit of a challenge. Seems to be pointing at that way. I don't think it does make a difference. Inside there is a clip, and if I'd paid attention to the instructions properly, I would have seen that. So there is a place for the clip here. And there's a little clip on this piece here. So somehow we've got to get them to clip in with the flat side at the front. That way. So this one's got to clip in here. It also clips on the front here. There. And there. It's going to be very difficult to see, but this is very finicky. Very, very finicky indeed. That's sort of it. Now we're just going to make sure we can that tight around here. So that looks like it. Let's see if we've got that all lined up. We'll just put a screw in to hold it in place. And then we shall check. And here we go again. Very difficult to get those screws on because there's a ridge in the way. There we go. Right, let's just check. Yes, all the way in there. Certainly looks like it. So we'll tighten it up and hope for the best. Oh, how am I going to get that one in? Okay, this last one's going to take a bit of an effort. I put it in the spanner like so. Okay, that's really difficult. Really, really hard to get to that one. But if you put the nut on the end of the spanner they supply, it's okay. Okay, going to ignore my back as I go around trying to line all this up. Oh, it lines up quite easily. We have most of the bin done. Was it easy? Yeah. Fiddly, but certainly not difficult. Okay, we're just checking the end tabs. It wasn't all the way down on those, but it is on those. So I think we've got to put a screw in there. Snap clips into the corners. We got some snap clips. Have we? Oh, we do. These are our little snap clips that go in there. They go just in there, so. They do, they snap in. That will probably pull that one back into place. Yep. One of them was broken. That's not good. I'll let them know. I need that. We get our little geary thing. We put it through our bigger thing, like that. Then we put our handle on the end. Do we? Yes, we do. But we need a couple of bolts. I'm assuming. Actual size. That's very handy. They've got an actual size for the screws. So when you hold your screw up to the bit of paper, it's the right size. Yep. And I've got to find my Allen key. Just there. And we're just doing those Allen keys up. Little nuts can't turn, as they're in a nice little. All right, let's get that one in. I can't recommend strongly enough, get your own Allen keys and Phillips screwdriver out. These, handy that they actually supply them, but they're not very good. They are, I suppose, throw away. All right, that's that done. We now need a metal rod. All it needs okay, that's probably more like it. We have that. This goes that way. Yep. So we've got to slide this axle through. Push the button down to get it through the hole. It's not as easy as it sounds. Okay, got some handle on this side, so we're going to make sure its bolt goes through on the correct handle side, and we're going to put the handle on the right. Come on, through you go. So we've got our cover on now, making sure that the clip down there is correctly fastened. Now we need to get the legs on it. So to get the legs on, we need parts GH and GI. GI Joe, come on. So what we're going to need, I think that goes in there. And this one can't go into there. That looks like it. And then we have a they go that way. And there we have it. I'm quite happy with that, and it's only taken a couple of hours to put together. Let's get it in place and start filling it up. And there it is, all in place. We've got our compost trolley, which goes underneath. We've got our little compost bin, which is half full of compost. And we're ready to start dropping things in. Overall, I think the quality is great. Much better than my other compost bins up there. As I said, I think the black ones are from Bunnings and the grey one is from Aldi. They have a very small door. They have a very small hatch, which makes it hard to put things in and also hard to empty out. This is on a ratchet, so it should make life easy to turn it. I hope. There we go. And because it's got a large hatch, it's really easy to put things in. I'll empty this in. I'll give it some nice moisture, and we'll see how the compost turns out in this and how long it takes. So the date today is the 14th of October. Let's see how long it takes to get compost out of it. Have you got one of these? How'd you go putting it together? I thought it was reasonably straightforward. Instructions were good. There was one part broken in transit, but they've replaced that almost immediately, no questions asked. So it's only a little clip that goes in there. All right, let's close it up, give it a twist, and we'll come back and see it later on. Remember, like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. Enjoy life, and I'll catch you in the compost heap.